אלון, אני הולך לזה לשידור בפרסומת? Hello everybody, ciao, and welcome back to our second leg of the second heat in our Grip G1 Series 2019 race. We are in Varano, a province of Parma in Italy today. And in case you're wondering, Grip is the future of racing. Earlier today we had our first leg, it was earlier this morning. We have 9 drivers competing today in our second leg of the second heat in our 2019 series that runs from March to November. The G1 series is the first in the world to ever include virtual races in the scoring system of a championship, so that the champion will be determined not only by who masters on the grid, but also who has the abilities to perfect himself in virtual racing. So Grip G1, these people give you the platform, play as yourself in virtual gaming challenge and real live racing. I'm your host, David Pick. Joining me in Varano is my sidekick, Tamir Plachitsky. You there, Tamir? Tamir might have...
I'm here. Hi,
oh, you there? I was going to say you had some malfunction. You're there. How's it going?
Oh, good. It was a sunny day in Varano until now, and now the sky starts to get a bit dark.
Right,
and
I
fast.
can see. I can also see a lot of wind. You know, Tamir, I heard some of the drivers before, they were complaining about the slippery track and how cold it is. Do you think that this may affect some of their performances?
For sure, we are seeing in this race a bit slower lap times than what we expected and what we had here last year, so that had some effect for sure.
Mm-hmm. All right, so just a little rundown for those who are joining us and those who are coming back to this broadcast. It's the second one here from Varano. Again, we had an earlier race this morning. The winner of that race was Miguel Matos. Miguel is our 22-year-old Portuguese driver sponsored by RG Racing. He's also the Formula 4 champion from 2017. Now, if you did not know, the G1 race cars each have an RSV4 Aprilia motorcycle engine with 200 plus horsepower. In addition, the G1 car lap time are faster than the Formula 4 and much similar and even closer to that of the Formula 3. So you're competing against higher level drivers in terms of the car ability and capability of performance, in terms of the level of drivers. And this is really top-notch stuff. And the aspiration is for the people here to really climb the ladder all the way to Formula 1. G1 is also financially affordable, and this is something that everyone really has to take into consideration. These things cost a lot of money. It isn't cheap to participate, but the G1 allows you to partake in their series with the fifth of the cost of the other similar races. So that's something that no one can really look away from, right, Tamir?
Yeah, absolutely. That's all about bringing motorsport back to the people and make it more accessible. You know, in recent years, it becomes so expensive to race, so it's hardly something that the common people can.
think we had a little malfunction error, but we're back. I'm back with Tamir. I'm your host, David Pick. We see our drivers. The cars are already on the grid. I believe most of them have already exited the pit lane. The technical inspection is behind us. They are going to assume position in the formation lap behind the safety car. And we're going to get this second race underway today, which will dictate and determine basically the champion this weekend. The second heat of 7 real live races. I mean, you can't say it any other way. The Grip G1 series, which is sponsored by Fiverr, provides 14 races, 7 on the grid real live car racing and 7 virtual. So right now we are about to take off with the second race of this season. I remind you, our season ends in November. And to those of you who are wondering, our next race will be in Grobnik, Croatia on May 17th, followed by a second virtual race on May 26th. Just to give you a little inside, we have a 20-year-old Italian driver named Enzo Bonito, and he is a famed stellar simulator race champion. The guy just cannot be beaten in virtual reality racing. So if you combine those with real life racing, I mean, this is the perfect platform for you. And our drivers are on the formation lap. Tamir, you're with us, right? Tamir, you with us? Tamir Plachitsky, my go-to guy in Varano. I don't know if you can hear me, but what I see here is Davide Dallara. And for those of us who are joining us right now, you should know that Dallara, 26-year-old Italian driver, whose role model is Lewis Hamilton and LeBron James, actually lives in Parma. So he's from Varano. This is his hometown track. He has serious aspirations of winning this race. He has friends and family who have come to cheer him on. Today we see him now taking the left corner to beat Dallara. He's in second place. Now returning to the start and finish point. And he is joining his inspection team.
Io ho fatto secondo, devo andare più avanti.
Ci ha detto di metterci così.
No, no, lui, guarda.
Lì, andiamo avanti.
Ha detto di andare lì.
Qui,
A really good race, really fun. I managed to reach the second place.
We're back in Varano. For those of you who are joining us right now, our race is about to kick off. The Grip G1 Series sponsored by Fiverr. We are in Varano. This is the future of racing. This is the second leg here today of the second heat of our 2019 Grip G1 Series that started in March and races through November. I'm your host, David Pink. Along with me in Varano on the sideline, my sidekick, Amir Plachinsky. Amir, you there? Amir probably can't hear us. He had a function difficulty. We're going to try and fix that so we can get with Tamir. In the meantime, most of the cars have exited the pit lane, finished their outlap, waiting to position themselves.
Ruby, are you there?
Yeah, Tamir, I'm here. It's great to hear you.
Yeah, great to get. Thank you. Yeah, now we
Two
are
is always
back
better
online.
than
All
one.
okay. I just wanted to
everything's
update.
perfect.
I just wanted to update. Varano sees heavy clouds coming into the area, so we may have a very interesting scenario where the race will start dry but becomes wet during the race. So let's see.
Yeah, I think that'll be a challenge for these drivers to, because a lot of them were venting their frustrations about how slippery the track was yesterday when they were doing their dry racing and, just kind of feel out the asphalt. And a lot of them were complaining that it was rainy, that it was cold, and, this might really come into effect.
Yeah. And if it will rain, it will make it much more slippery and much more interesting for us.
Now we get it.
di questa gara che va chiusa il secondo appuntamento stagionale. Speriamo che nel corso del pomeriggio si possa seguire.
בסדר, אז אחרי ירין, קח כמה שניות, אחרי ירין תלך למצלמת רכב של פאפי, עד שתראה את איציק מסתכל על פאפי. ואותו דבר תראה אותו מסיים עם פאפי, תלך למצלמה של דקלר. זה יהיה הבריחה שלך אם אין לך פן באוויר, כן. כן, שומע.
אמור להיות 3.
מתחילים, אבל אנחנו... טוב, זהו, יצא אחרי דקל, טוב, דקל...
The siren that you just heard was the signal for the 30 seconds before start. The drivers will go on the formation lap and the rolling start will happen at the end of that lap.
Amir, I think I'm back online. I see the security vehicle has left the starting point, and our drivers will slowly follow course, correct?
Yeah, look for the yellow, for the green flag on the right side of the start. You can see him waving, the marshal is waving, and the cars are off the formation lap.
Correct. I see our drivers weaving their wheels, warming up tires. That's our drone view. Seems like it's a bit in delay. But for those who are wondering, it's very important for you to know that the live video stream you're receiving from within the cars and the drone view are both brought to you using live technology from LiveU, who are the leader in tech solutions for video transmitting over cellular networks. Very important to know the good people at LiveU have us covered and protected. I love that shot. You see all the drivers really weaving their tires from one side to the other, really trying to warm up the vehicles ahead of the very challenging race that awaits for them just on the other side of the formation lap. See the safety car. You see the marshal waving his flag in the right corner over there. Matos is number 1. Homeboy Delara, number 2. Peroni is behind him. Stern, Papi, Naar, Bonito, Vittori, Nizzarini. And Massimo Paganini, I regret to inform, has retired from this race due to a personal reason, which also kept Salvatore Liotti out of today's weekend race. We see the red lights. They go off. This race will start. We'll have Matos number 1 and Delara number 2. Portugal versus Italy. For the winner of winners. In today's second leg, the second heat of the Grip G1 Series presented by Fiverr in Varano, a province in Parma, Italy. The future of racing. The security vehicle has exited the race and our drivers are off and the race has now begun. We are officially underway. It is Italy versus Portugal. Straight up ahead. Our cars are entering the first turn of the corner and there they are, the right corner. All vehicles have safely completed the first turn. Yarin Stern, the Israeli, who won the first weekend of the race, has just overtook Miguel Matos, who started number 1, and he has fallen to number 3. Yarin Stern earlier today, very frustrated with his performance. He took the pole position in the qualifying round, and he had a very disappointing race in the first heat. We see Matos now. This is Stern's rear view mirror. This is what he sees. Sees Matos at the number 3 spot, trying to close the gap. On the flip side, turn number 2 is trying to get ahead and beat Delara. Delara lives in Parma. The Vita Delara, the 26-year-old Italian, sponsored by not only Motorsport, He's a homegrown. He is from Parma. So this is his home track. He has friends, he has family, he has supporters all out here. He's always borderline, number one, number two. This is his chance to get over the edge. Matos started today number one. He had a very first early session, despite being very frustrated with how his qualifying round went because of the slippery track and the temperatures. Now we're back with Stern. What you see here on your screen, which develops, is a system that enables you to not only multi-source live video coverage, but also receive live data that we bring to viewers throughout the race. Tamir, what is your take? I mean, you see Yarin already passed Matos. I mean, can he overtake Dallara as well, or would this be Dallara's day?
Yarin, of course, can overtake Dallara. He's the reigning champion. Dallara is, as you said, is home tracks very fast here. Yarin made a good progress from the start.
Wait, let me cut you off there because it seems like Stern is getting through Dallara, and it seems like Stern, it only took him 3 laps to take possession of the number 1 seed. I think Dallara cut him off there. It seemed for a second there that Stern was going to overtake him. He did finish with the best timing earlier today in the qualifying session, so he took pole possession. There he is, number 2. He's trying to weave his way past Dallara. I think this is going down to the wire between Stern and Dallara. Sorry to cut you off, Tommy, but that was a cutting-edge moment that I had to take over. Now Dallara is trying to open the gap. There we see both of them very, very close. Stern is trying to cut corners and get ahead of Dallara. Number 3, Matos. Very, very disappointing start for him, I think. We're only 3 laps into this race. We have 12 total. I want to point out that the Grip G1 is an international, has a beautiful international mix of flavors of different drivers. 6 Italians, 2 Israeli, 1 Portuguese, and 1 Swiss. So if this is something that you are interested in, do it. And it seems like Yarin has now took possession of number 1. It seemed like he managed to get by Dallara, and he has. It only took him 4 laps. Yarin Stern, the Israeli 23-year-old driver, managed to surpass Dallara and overtake him for number 1. Again, another disappointment for Dallara. He has 8 laps remaining. He started this leg at the number 2 behind Matos. Matos is 3. Dallara has fallen in the first place in only 3 laps. Huge blow for him if he can't recover. Again, this is home track. He is homegrown. He is Italian. He is from Parma. Varano is his track. He should know this place inside out. He should be able to race at a high speed in his sleep. But it seems like Yarin Stern, who has been the heavy favorite for the Grip G1 Series, is shown and proved to everyone why he can win and win at will. This will be a big, huge blow for Dallara if he can't survive. We're in 4 laps for all of our races. I'm just going to quickly breeze by the list. Stern, number 1, Dallara and Matos, 2nd and 3rd. Papi Vittori close out the top 5. And our last 4 drivers are Peroni, Nahar, Bonito, and Nizzarini. You said Stern can overtake Dallara, and it didn't take him long after you mentioned that to take full possession of number 1.
Yeah, he really took command of that of the race. And now he's leading. Dallara is still very close. Miguel is also catching up behind those 2, so that the lead pretty much got away from the others. And on the back, as we can see, we have Enzo and Deckel now battling it. Very interesting race.
Right. I think it's worth mentioning that Enzo Bonito, to those who are joining us now in the Grip G1 Series in Varano, in our first heat today, Enzo Bonito spun his car. It was very early. He kind of lost control. I think there was a wheel malfunction. There was a steering wheel malfunction. But, I mean, I'm happy to see him back in the race. Not so good timing for him. I think it's also worth mentioning that these races, the winner of it are dictated by how good you are as a driver. Because all the G1 race cars have the same RSV4 Aprilia motorcycle engine with 200 plus horsepower. So there is no advantage in terms of mechanics. It's all about how good you are.
Exactly. And we have, I can update that Yarin is 1 second away in the lead currently, but Davide Dallara is the driver with the fastest lap of the race. He made a 1 minute 4 seconds, 0.5.
Yes, I mean the difference between them is 0.5, 0.6. It's under 0.1. You can't even blink quickly enough to miss the gap between these two. It's really going down to the wire. That's how I feel. I feel that we're going to only know who's winning this race late in the 12th and final lap. I mentioned before, I'm in again, the Grip G1 Series has the great international mixed flavor of drivers, 6 Italian, 2 Israeli, 1 Portuguese, and 1 Swiss, and it's very important to note because the G1 Series is financially affordable. If you're an aspiring race car driver and you want to compete, the Grip G1 Series is only a fifth of the cost of the other similar series. So get on your groove and join us, because from last season 6 drivers, we're up to 10. Unfortunately, we had a dropout today due to a car malfunction and a personal reason. But if you have the privilege and you are an aspiring race car driver, then you need to join Grip G1. Again, we see our drone view. The live video stream from the vehicles and drones are brought to you at LiveU Technology. LiveU are the world's leader in tech solutions and video streaming over cellular networks. So the G1 Series is the first ever in the world to include both virtual racing into your final scoring system of a championship, plus real live race cars competing on the track. So it's not only are you good behind a wheel or are you good behind a computer, you have to be good at both to really dominate and master the Grip G1 Series. Enzo Bonito, I mentioned before that he spun his car out of control earlier. He's now number 8, very much behind where he'd like to be. But there's still some time for him to catch up. You see again, Tamir, you pointed out beautifully that third is number 1, but Dallara has the best timing. So Dallara started number 2, and he's back in number 2, but for a moment he was number 1, and we thought the homeboy was going to bring it home, but Stern, 23-year-old Israeli, in possession of number 1. Camera's still focused on Enzo Bonito.
Yes.
There we go with Dallara. A little shaky there.
Just to mention that.
See Dallara. Yeah, go ahead, Tamir. Go ahead.
Just want to mention that Dallara was the first to go under the 1 minute 4 second mark, and just after that lap, Yarin also went under 1 minute 4 seconds, but only to be beat again.
Right, absolutely. They're both 1:03.9. Dalara's the
driver left-wise, and left.
Stern and Dallara have both completed 10 laps. Our Swiss driver, Nezzarini, is dead last. I don't think he can close the gap here. All drivers have completed 9 laps. They're in their 10th. Top 2. I see Stern recorded another good timing. 1 minute 03.7 seconds in his 10th lap. That is the best timing of today. Amir, did you read the best timing of today?
Yeah, that's exactly that. It seems like Yarin came very, very
Wait, there you go. Bonito is not getting up. I told you this kid has flavor. You're missing Bonito. He just overtook Dekel Nahar. No, but Dekel Nahar is giving him a fight. I thought that was close. Ooh, nice acceleration by Dekel Nahar. Turned over to left corner, and he didn't let Endo Bonito overtake him, and he's pressing on the throttle. He doesn't want to lose possession. I mean, these guys aren't going to win the race. We're already in the 11th lap, but this battle between them is pretty crazy. It can get intense. Bonito is not coming. Bonito is not letting down, but Nahar is not giving him anything easy. He's cutting off any attempt of trying to overtake him. They're on their 11th lap right now. This is it. Here it's coming down the wire. I feel like we already have the identity of the winner of this race.
Ain't over until it's over.
Yes, and I'm waiting for you to bring out that lady so she can sing.
It will happen in 2 laps.
Costantino Peroni.
Yeah, you see Cosimo Papi in front of him.
Yeah, he's not going to let it by. Cosimo Papi is a very special kid. You know, worth mentioning that yesterday his car lit up in flames. But the Grip G1 mechanical team were quick enough and versatile enough to get him back on track. And did Peroni? Oh, this is close. This is going to be close. Nice move by Peroni to steal off Papi with the left corner breeze. Oh, I love it. I love it. Peroni got by Papi. That was late in the 12th. He didn't give up. He used that left corner to steal him off, and he overtook him. Here we see Vittoria again. You know, I like Vittoria's helmet. You see guys with American Dalville. This is over. This is going to be over. Yarin Stern will be the winner of this race, in my humble opinion. Still have some more time. Other drivers are trying to perfect their position themselves in a better situation for the next circuit in Croatia. Worth mentioning that nothing is said and done. The Grip G1 Series runs through November. There are 5 more live races, including 4 virtual races. Bonito wants to get past the heart of finish this. I don't know if he can. This is going to be close. Nice acceleration from Nahar on the left corner. Good Bonito. He did. Mamma mia, this was nice. This was a great move by Bonito. He's talented. He has big aspirations. I love this kid's gut. He's the best simulating driver that we have. Won the race of champions in Mexico. His one-on-one teammate is Maria Sharapova. Information you must know, and he overtook Dekel Nahar. Props to Bonito. I believe that Dekel Nahar had a better circuit in Cremona. I felt like Nahar was stronger over there. Maybe it's the weather here. Maybe it's the slippery track. Not a good circuit for Nahar, the Israeli 31-year-old. Marshall man, you see some more drivers leading the track. It ain't over till it's over.
But it's about to get finished. We are in the final moment.
By Fiverr in Varano. Marshall holding his flag, and there he is. Yarin Stern raises his finger to the heavens. Yarin Stern wins another race in the Grip G1 Series. There it is. The flag is raised, and Yarin Lara 1.339. Marshall raised his checkered flag. We see our cars exiting the track, entering the pit lane for technical inspection. We're going to have a sideline reporter, Marco, interview the winner of this leg, Yareen Stern. In the earlier leg, Tamir, I think Stern had a disappointing finish despite taking pole possession, and he kind of, I guess, ignored the interview sessions and wanted to cool down and take a breather, but he came out super focused here today for the second leg. Beautiful display. Started third and really early into the race, I think in the third or fourth lap, he already claimed full possession of the number one pole seat, and very impressive stuff by Yareen Stern.
Completely. Nothing less than what you would expect from a champion.
There he is, cameras focusing on Stern, our champion. Praise and congratulations from the technical team of Grip. Yareen Stern, a 23-year-old Israeli driver sponsored by Zotapay, is the winner of the second leg of the second heat of the Grip G1 Series. Davide Dallara has already exited his vehicle. Mentioned before, a very disappointing day for him. Dallara, a native of Parma, of Varano, in his home track, wanted to bring it home for the friends and family who came to see him. We saw our superstar sideline reporter, Marco, waiting with the microphone for the interviews, and here he goes. Marco with the champion, Yareen Stern.
And it looks like you were able to get rid of all the frustrations that you had in the first race. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, obviously after the disappointment of the last race from starting from the pit lane, this time I managed to start from the grid. Started on 4th place. I had a really good start. Managed to overtake to 3rd on the first corner. Afterwards, in the first lap, I just managed the position and all the situations going on the track. Went for the overtake on Miguel. A few laps later, I saw that I'm closing in on Davide and just went for it, and it paid off. And yeah, a little sweeter taste to finish the weekend with after the first disappointment of race 1.
That's really great. And can you tell us how the performance of the car? Because I remember you said to us that you had a few issues with the performance. How was it this time around?
It was better. It wasn't as bad as in the morning and yesterday. We are getting there. It's still not as perfect as I would like to. We are still a few tenths off the pace that I had here last year. But overall, I'm feeling quite comfortable with the car. It looks like we managed to do a little better job than the others.
So victory tastes very sweet for you right now.
Yeah, it feels very good. I just want to thank everyone, all the mechanics, the engineers, and the team for supporting and try to cheer me up after race 1 and manage to improve the car. And obviously for Zotapay, my sponsors, my family, and all the friends and the followers that keep sending me good messages that really cheer me up.
Wonderful. We're very happy to see that you're happy now. So, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
2 times in a row. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, it was a really good weekend. I'm a bit sad because I was really fast yesterday. I felt good, but Yarin now was really fast. I've done a mistake. He overtake me. I tried to keep his pace, but he was a bit faster. And then I say, okay, let's take the second place. Let's take the points. And yes, really good weekend.
That's really great. So how about the conditions on the tracks? I remember you complained to us a little bit that the tracks were slippery. How did it feel this time around?
Yeah, now I felt good because in the first part of the race it was hard to make the temperatures of the tires in the optimal conditions. But then in the second part of the race the conditions was good. In fact, I've done a few of good laps, and so yeah, the conditions was better than the first race.
Well, congratulations on taking the second place twice in a row this weekend. So happy for you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Victory in the first race, and the second race, not so bad, but what happened?
I did quite a bad start, actually. The engine make some kind of failure. But anyway, I keep second place at the end of the first chicane. Then Yarin overtook me, and I was trying to keep close to him and to Dallara. But I just couldn't. I was struggling with the rear of the car at the exit of the corners. So was just trying to get it to the end and reach a good place.
So let me just make sure I understood this correctly. So you're saying it had to do something with the performance and not some kind of mistake that maybe you perhaps made in the beginning?
Maybe we changed in the wrong direction, but it's part of the process. We learn, and next race hopefully it will be better.
And how do you feel overall about this weekend?
I think the weekend was very positive. The victory in the first race and this third place gives me I think I am the overall winner of this round. So it was quite a good weekend for us.
Great. Well, congratulations.
Thank you, Marco, our superstar sideline reporter, for the post-race interviews with our champion Yarin Stern, Miguel Matos, the runner-up, and the number 3 seed, Davide Dallara, the homeboy protege from Parma, who, I think in between the lines had some criticism towards, I think he said, the engine, but Marco pushed him into a corner there, which was kind of amusing, and then he kind of retraced his steps. Human error, it happens. It's part of the game. That's what we love about it. We see our championship podium right here, and our drivers are posing. There it is. They're going to soon call the number 3 winner. There he is, Dallara. Very disappointing weekend for him again. Number 2. Matos.
È giunto il momento di chiamare il vincitore assoluto
punto di questa gara 2 e la winner is Yarin Stern.
So we're going to recap of our Drift 1 series. Yarin Stern, winner of the second leg. Miguel Matos, winner of the first leg earlier today. Portugal and Israel. Take home.
E un bel applauso allora a Yarin Stern, Miguel Matos e Davide Zallara, protagonisti di questa gara 2 del One Super Grip.
The Grip G1 Series presented by Fiverr. We want to thank Fiverr. We'd like to thank LiveU for the perfect live stream video and the drone coverage. Pointing race for a couple drivers, very high success for others. Part of the game. Yarin Stern, another win for him. I'm David Pick. We'll be with you next time. Ciao, ciao, Varano.
A really good race, really fun. I managed to reach the second place.
Every few seconds, it happens. Two people discover they're looking for the same thing: each other. It starts with a problem to solve, but when things are able to line up perfectly, the solution becomes effortless. And though these two will never meet, they'll share a connection by finding exactly what they were looking for. Fiverr. Find the freelancer you're looking for at fiverr.com.